Hey, greetings and welcome to Code Cookie. And today we're going to be looking at the Watchdog module and we're going to be using it in Python. Please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, reach out to me in the comments. I like to give out help as well as receive help. We go on our get our certificates, we go on this job search, or whether it's just to hone our skills. So let us begin. So Watchdog is a Python module for file watching, and the actions of this are very similar to Angular applications. Those for you of you who are front end or web design, Angular Ionic applications, when that live reload or that most recent feature, the hot module reload, where it refreshes the app without refreshing the browser, which is very nice. It definitely updates the DOM. That's very nice. What enables that to happen on the parts of the files is that there's an underlying file watcher software going on. And I'm not too sure if an Angular if Watchdog is what's being used, but I do know for Python we have Watchdog. So let's us go ahead, jump right into it. And it doesn't seem that they don't have a logo for it like they do with Angular, Node, Ruby, that and the third. So that was all I was able to find. Hopefully, choose software with more logos, right? But that and the third. So first thing we want to go ahead and do, right? We want to go ahead and set up pip install. Right, we want to go ahead and set up pip install. Right, we want to go ahead and we want to always want to make sure that we install. Right, we always want to make sure that we install to the local, right? Because now I'm gonna run this error. Let's see, right? Watchdog already exists, right? So Pip is very, it's careful, it's very strong, right? So like definitely you want to be able to put in the exact command you see specified upgrade to force replacement. So really, I think in many tutorials you see that upgrade command a lot, flag a lot. You want to avoid that. You want to really avoid that. We understand that actually replaces everything. So when you're installing things with pip, what you want to do is you want to take all those modules in your system and you want to go ahead and run that command upgrade as a whole. So to upgrade and install all your modules. But obviously that's not ideal. You're not keeping track of what's getting installed in the system. So I highly recommend local projects as well. So let us go ahead with that said, with all the modules available to us as well, let us go ahead and import the modules. Right. So what we're going to need is the login event handler, and we're going to need that observer, right? Not right. So basically this will allow to actually have an event, and the observer will all allow that threading and the async that and the third. All right, so next what we're going to have is our class. So our watchdog event, that's our custom class. This could be any named class. So really important is this login event handler, right? What it has is this modified method, right? And when we're overriding this modified method, right, for this super class, right, where we could get this is anytime the file gets updated, any changes in the file, they get logged. Now in the resources, and then in the research part of this lab, we're going to learn more. You can learn more about their tutorial, and you could see the creation, the modification, that, and the third, what's happening to the file as you modify. A lot of interesting things that come up in the log when you work with that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the thread with this code. All right, so with that, what we have here is we're just looking at the current directory that we're in, right? And we pull the recursive flag. I really don't like this, especially if you have your site packages or your DOM modules or your Ruby gems, right? Because if you decide to go down and make a change in there, it might pick it up. It might pick it up and pick that up. That you even in times you really don't want that to try to pick up. This is more for like when you're developing that application or you have a custom module, right? That is what this is for, and then you're going to be surprised at the end of this video. So let us go ahead and run this. Oh, so tabs in there, right? Is like all those hidden characters. That's the best, right? And then let me do shit alt F. We try to get this thing where no module name Watchdog. That's interesting. Right. So what happened there was when I use the formatter, the VS Code formatter, what it actually does, it actually takes this my path, right? Everything in type packages and puts it above Watchdog. Remember, things are supposed to be local. So I have to add site packages to the path. And the Python formatter for VS Code is terrible. So that's not nice. But I definitely want you to notice that as I modified the file, right, things started to change. And this is another local file inside of that root directory. So let's go ahead and modify, right? You can see file modified, and now we can see those events come up, right? So we have in our resources, if you head over to the resource, we can actually see how we could work with logging. And it's definitely very, very simple, right? This is the code right there, and you can see all the different types of events happening to the file from the OS at a low level standpoint. If you're very interested, just copy and paste and run. That's all it really is to that file. And then we kind of see, like, say for example, I just go into my git ignore, and then we try to edit this file, right? Will any changes come about, right? Right? No changes are going to come about because it's outside the project directory. However, if we are working with a file inside the project directory, right, we are going to get output, right? The watchdog event is not watching the whole OS, it's just watching all the files starting from the process root. Right. So that is really it on this lab. So a challenge for you, there's going to be a lot of challenges. Number one, looking at that Rockstar resource. But number two, when you're dealing with modules, you can actually reload modules. And definitely I want you guys to run this and set this up. And also I just want to add import from reload from import lib import reload. You want to see how that works. So definitely want you guys to make your own module, like a own little Python file, import it, and then use the reload method, right? And then set this up, right? See how this works, see what this is supposed to do, right? I have a print statement so you can see what's going on at a low level, and then see if you try to change a Python file, reload it, and try to take a variable, a class, a function, and see if it changes. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and share and subscribe, and most importantly, reach out to me in the comments. I love to give out help as well as receive help as we work on our getting that job, right? As we work on all the certificates that we're looking for, that and the third, right? So thanks for watching. Link to the lab will be in the video description.